Yahoo News, 17th of April 2023, Australians have been charged for reporting possible Chinese spies. Prosecutors testified in court on Monday that two alleged Chinese spies offered cash envelopes to a Sydney businessman in exchange for information regarding a government agreement to build a fleet of Australian nuclear-powered submarines with the United States and Britain. Alexander Csergo, a businessman accused of one count of careless foreign interference, was denied bail when he appeared via video link from jail in Sydney's Downing Centre local court. The penalty carried a possible 15-year prison sentence and was included in regulations against covert foreign meddling and espionage that China objected to when passed in 2018. In exchange for handwritten reports on Australian defence, economic, and national security procedures since 2021, he is accused of collecting cash from two Chinese spies he knew, Ken and Evelyn. He worked in Shanghai and ran a communications and technology infrastructure consulting firm. According to prosecutor Conor McRaith, the discussions covered the Australian, United Kingdom, and United States AUKUS cooperation to build an Australian submarine fleet powered by American nuclear technology, which was revealed in September 2021. Australia would purchase used Virginia-class submarines from the United States and collaborate with Britain to create a new AUKUS class of submarines, according to a pact announced in March by Australian and British leaders. According to the prosecution, the Chinese spies also asked for information on Australia's alliance with the US, Japan, and India, known as the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, and specifics on the country's lithium and iron ore mining. Since being detained on Friday after being apprehended at his house in the Bondi neighbourhood of Sydney's seaside city, Csergo, police officers and representatives from the Australian Security Intelligence Organisation, the country's top domestic espionage organisation, had questioned him for weeks. After meeting Ken and Evelyn, Csergo stated during questioning that he thought they were spies right away, according to McRaith, but he kept in touch with them for 2 years. He has connections to the Chinese government, and McRaith informed the court that he believes two people are employed by the MSS, Ministry of State Security. He added that he also travelled back to Australia with a shopping list of the details he wanted. According to McRaith, a sane person would have called the Australian authorities as soon as they were approached. Instead, McRaith claimed that Csergo kept in touch with the male suspected spy, even urging him to come to Australia. Bernard Collaery, Csergo's attorney, claimed nothing was shady about his client's actions and that he was a seasoned, prosperous businessman praised for building contacts in China. Business people such as our client know all roads lead to the state, whether it be the State Economic Intelligence Agency or the Ministry of State Security, Collaery said. Cash payments for consulting reports might have a color to them in Australia, but they might be done the way they are in China. It's not necessarily sinister, Collaery continued. Collaery claimed that the reports were not even close to espionage because they were based on publicly available materials and Csergo's creative work. Csergo, according to Magistrate Michael Barco, is a very well-educated, sophisticated, and worldly businessperson entitled to the presumption of innocence. Prosecutors, however, had a compelling case against Csergo that included numerous significant admissions, according to Barco. According to court documents, Csergo told ASIO investigators he met Ken and Evelyn in deserted cafes in Shanghai and thought the establishments had been cleared especially for him. According to the materials, Csergo thought Ken and Evelyn were his handlers, chosen by China's espionage agency. I don't know what they do in China, but Barco said if I read those facts to any layperson in this country, they would, at the very least, be highly suspicious of the defendant's conduct. Csergo is scheduled to return to court on suspicion of espionage for China on suspicion of spying for China in June.